Thanks for watching Guns and Watches. Today I am reviewing a company instead of a product, even though the review is about a product that I purchased from the company. But Long Island Watch is a real stand up company. I want to express my gratitude for the white glove service they extended me, even though I bought the cheapest thing that they sell on their website. If it's not the cheapest, it's got to be darn close. Uh, Long story, long backstory is I got into mechanical watches and doing research on YouTube, and I found this guy named Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, and I started watching his videos. What a nice guy! Open book, tells you everything you want to know and more about the watch industry, about his company, and about the ins and outs of what to expect from watches, and what they should cost, and this and that and the other. And I had started stacking up very nice luxury watches, dress watches that work well at work, and they do very well at church, and they do very well when you're out trying to look nice, but they are not things that you're going to wear when you're doing yard work or out hunting or in casual situations. You're just not going to wear them because you don't want to bang them up. So the need popped up for me to have a watch that I would wear when uh, out doing yard work or out just hanging around with the fellows or shooting hoops or shooting pistols for that matter. And I start looking at these field watches, and guess what they want? They want six, seven, $800 for a field watch from Hamilton and from all these other highfalutin makers. Well, that's not going to work. And then I start looking at the Seikos and the Citizens, and I realize, hey, wait a minute. I've been watching these Long Island Watch videos. What does this guy offer? It's sure enough, he's got this incredibly attractive field watch called the Islander Day T. Has exactly what I want: sapphire front and back. It's got the screw down crown. It's got the day and the date complication, automatic movement, very, very attractive wristwatch, and an incredibly low price point with a Seiko movement. So I'm sold. There you go. I buy the watch. Life is good. And the strap that came with it was a little subpar, but you know what? It's okay because I bought the cheapest one on the internet. You know what I mean? So I went and bought the strap from North Street Watch. Is actually a U.S. made, 100% leather strap that you see in the video. That does not come if you buy an Islander Day T. You do not get that strap. You have to buy that from a different company called North Street Watch. I do recommend them. It's got the cool little quick disconnects and everything like that. And I wore this thing, I don't know, a couple of months. I wore it for every day, and it certainly did take a licking and keep on ticking until it didn't. It actually stopped. And I was a little bummed, but I wasn't that bummed. I'd have been a lot bummed if it was a Hamilton, okay? I'd have been a whole lot bummed if it was a, higher end Seiko or something like that. And so I just emailed, uh, Long Island Watch on a Sunday, the day that it died. I took a video of it. I said, hey, my watch just quit. Hey, what's the RMA process? Can you send me a form? Can I pay to ship this back to you guys or whatever? And they replied to me. They go, what happened? I said, yeah, just quit. They replied to me on Sunday, and I don't know if they do this all the time or if I just caught them on a whim, and go back and forth. They say, don't worry about it. We'll get your information tomorrow, and somebody will send you another watch. And I like, yeah, right. The next morning, sure enough, somebody emails me and say, hey, here's your tracking number. There's a new watch on the way. No questions asked. This is white glove service, friends. This is the kind of service that you should expect from buying a luxury watch, from buying a Tissot or buying something higher end Omega or something like that, or and you just don't get this kind of service today anywhere. Even I've had really high status on airlines and hotels. I don't get service like that. The only place that even comes close is my Acura dealership, because they do actually give me that kind of white glove service. They give you a loaner card. They apologize if something goes wrong. But this is me buying the cheapest watch that Island Watch makes and extending white glove service. So you know what? I'm going to find another reason to buy a watch from this guy. And I'm making this video to tell you guys that if you want to get into this hobby, and ladies, if you want to buy a watch for your man, go to longislandwatch.com and pick something out from there. It's going to be priced very fairly. It's going to be on par with something that costs 3 or 4 times as much. And if something goes wrong, these guys got your back. And I bet you if you don't like what you get and it's in its original packaging, they're probably going to take it back. I've also noticed on this website, I looked at Seiko's. I like Seiko's, and I noticed that they generally offer their Seiko's at the sale price from stores at the mall and stuff like that. So if you don't want to buy an Islander watch, if you have some Seiko or Citizen or some other watch in mind, you probably want to check these guys before going somewhere else. But I just want to say thanks to Mark and his company for being classy here in 2025, because that's pretty rare. And if you look at the review, the video of my Islander Day T, it's pretty cool. It's got the Seiko TMI NH35 or 36 movement with the day and the date complication. It's a very nice watch. They replaced it, no questions asked. That's why this one looks brand new. I've had it for about a month or two now since they sent it back, but I haven't actually started wearing it yet too much. But this is a great company, and they are standing behind their product, which is pretty rare here in 2025. Thanks again for watching Guns and Watches, and I highly recommend islandwatch.com, Long Island Watches, whatever they're called. Have a good day.